Will Smith smack the shit out of me. Will Smith smack the shit out of me. Will Smith smack the shit out of me. Smack the shit out of me. Smack the shit out of me. Will Smith 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 smack the shit out of me. Smack the shit out of me. Smack the shit out of me. Will Smith smack the shit out of me. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Welcome back, you wonderful and amazing people. And as you can probably guess, we're going to talk about what went down at the Oscars. Now, I was not planning on making a video on this. Truthfully, I didn't even know the Oscars were going on until this happened. Now, we all know what happened. Will Smith took offense to a joke Chris Rock made about his wife and her hair loss with a medical condition called alopecia. And alopecia is just hair loss. It's balding. It was a pretty low joke, though. He did say it was, Chris Rock did say it was the nice one, and he probably could have made a nice dick joke. And that may be why Will Smith got up and gave him the smack. I don't know if it was for the hair joke or the possibility for an oncoming dick joke, which would possibly make a little more sense with his little bit of a violent yelling outburst afterwards. Now, he didn't beat him. He didn't shove him and fight him. He just went up and open hand bitch slapped him across the mouth.
Oh, wow.
You all can argue out the moral debate there. Some things that I thought was kind of funny is I really thought everything was staged. Like, I thought this was a joke. Like, even going back and watching it the next day, whenever I thought it was a joke. I'm like, okay, these guys are actors. It didn't seem like it was a terrible joke to me. But the best part, though, for me, was Chris Rock's response. He just took it like a champ and then had the comment, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. And it's the greatest night in the history of television. I just thought that was so classy and good. And was it fake? Who knows? Now, I do want to show you something right here. Let's check out right here. Pfizer and BioNTech were proud sponsors of the Oscars. Here we go. Let's play this right here for you.
BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby.
Yep. BioNTech and Pfizer. Now, was this a show? I mean, we know the Oscars was a show, and these people are actors. So, of course, there's a new conspiracy theory. Okay, they're going to call it a conspiracy theory already. But, hey, look at this. Hey, their alopecia drug is in trials. Well, we're going right to Pfizer's website. Positive top-line results from phase 2B of 3 trials for riddle, sibble, nibble, whatever this word is, for alopecia. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce stuff in any of these drug names. Okay, we're going to call it riddle, sibble, nibble for now. So here we go, Allegro. That's the common name. Now it's entitled 2B of 3, and this was back in August of last year. So that means it's probably in its phase 3 trial. So what are the types of phases? Well, let's go to the American Cancer Society. Phase 2 is clinical trials. Does it work? They go through, they check it. They're going to run through on low amounts of people, key groups, 20 to 100 patients. Now, phase 3 is clinical trials. Is it better than what's available? It's going to have randomized and double-blind studies, a far larger test group. Okay, that's if they were in phase 2B of 3 last year, I imagine they're probably in phase 3 trials, which means this is going to go out real big real soon. So is it a coincidence that they sponsored this and this joke and everything now, and this whole incident is about this hair loss scandal, the yeah, the conspiracy, you know, with the hair loss and that. Who knows? Who knows? But I wouldn't put it past anybody. And another interesting little factor is, oh, look, BioNTech is mRNA therapeutics. Where have we heard that before? Oh, yeah, vaccines. Oh, yeah, maybe this right here. Oh, who was one of their partners?
Hi, I'm Bill.
The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, once again. And this was back in September of 19. And look what they went into. They invested more money in another company, $55 million over here, to develop vaccines and immunotherapy candidates to prevent HIV and tuberculosis. Now, they invested $100 million with the NIH for the exact same thing. And you can go back in my Lab Leaks video and check that out. I tied that back together there. I just find this to be an interesting coincidence in that as soon as you look up anything on this, of course, it's a new conspiracy theory. Now, are these called spoiler warnings? I don't know. Well, anyway, I just wanted to get into this. And something else, like if we're going to throw this into conspiracy theory, the one that I really thought was great was who came up to Will Smith right at the end of it. It was Denzel Washington during the break. And Denzel Washington, incidentally, played the Manchurian Candidate in the movie, which is tied to MKUltra. And I'm going to leave you the real MKUltra project, the entire PDF right here. I'll leave you a link for that, but we'll just click over to Wiki real quick for it. I'm going to leave you a link for the MKUltra PDF. This is what I want to show you. It's called Project Bluebird and Project Artichoke. Now, these were projects within MKUltra directly relating to what we commonly know as the Manchurian Candidate. Back in 1951, they went through, and this was if they could determine to get a person to involuntarily perform an act of attempted assassination. They used hypnosis, morphine, opiates, and LSD in huge amounts to manipulate people. So again, who knows? Big conspiracy theory. We'll see. Is it the new conspiracy theory? You know, was it a Manchurian Candidate? Did she whisper his code in his ear and turn him on, and then Denzel came over and turned him off, and then he made his really emotional speech afterwards? Now, personally, I think he should have been ejected out of there. But now, let's look at something called mutual combat states.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
We're going to talk about, we had the smack that went across the world. Okay? Was it right? Was it wrong? I'll let you guys decide that. I don't really want to get into the moral debate. I will say that people have gotten far too comfortable insulting others over the distance of the internet and disrespecting people in really, really horrible ways. In ways that you wouldn't say that to somebody's face. And people have forgotten that some people just won't take that, and they will slap the taste out of your mouth. And a long time ago, the smack right here, that would have been a sign to initiate a duel. It would have been a challenge. And if they accepted, the next morning, these two gentlemen would be facing off in a field with a one-shot pistol and swords to follow up if they missed their shots. And one of the guys wouldn't walk home. And when it was over, everything was settled and everybody went about their day. Well, have no fear. If you live in the U.S., there are 2 places and states in the U.S. where you can have mutual combat. We have the ability to go outside and have the cops referee a good old-fashioned fist fight and settle a dispute. And the cops are there to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand, people don't jump in, public property's not damaged, and once the fight's done, it's done. There is something to be said about settling your differences like men. However, that's not really what the discussion is. I just wanted to point this out that if you live in Washington State or Texas, you can challenge somebody to mutual combat, where you can go duke it out in public. Now, there's a couple rules for Texas. They want the cops there because you are allowed to open carry swords in public in Texas.
There can be only one.
So open sword carry in Texas. Good to know. Good to know. I'll bring my sword with me next time I go to Texas for open carry sword rights. Only in Texas. Only in Texas. Guys, the whole conspiracy thing, it's just silly. I don't know. Maybe there's some truth behind it. I just find it all ironic. I thought it was a little silly. I still think it was kind of all acted out through all the circumstances. He didn't get kicked out. There's so many questions, and I don't want to get into anybody's personal life and all that. I think we should really just try to stop disrespecting each other a little bit more, so we have fewer slaps across the mouth. Now, comedians are going to tell jokes. That's what they do. That is what they do, and they're going to roast people. They're going to roast people, and comedians should be able to tell jokes. And we should all be able to laugh at each other. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. I'll be the first one to laugh at myself when I do something dumb or something deemed funny. Try to take it a little lighthearted, guys. And for violence, people say that, violence is never the answer. That's not exactly a correct statement. It should always be the final thing that you can possibly do. Should always be your absolute last resort. But sometimes it is the answer. And it is very unfortunate that that is the way it is. But it should always be your last resort. Should always try to be diplomatic. Try to understand the other person's side. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at them. Have fun. Try to be better to each other. I didn't plan on making this video, guys. It was weird. What the fuck, Oscars? Like, seriously, what is going on? You were sponsored by Pfizer? Was it a big ad promo? I don't know. But again, what do we do here? We question it. And guys, if you like this sort of thing, tell your friends, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, throw some comments down there. Let me know what you think of this whole thing, because it was just weird to me. The whole thing was just weird. It still seems, I just feel like it was all a show, and these guys are professional actors, but who knows? Guys, I'm G. This is G on What? And we will see you next time.